How's it going, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Collecting Collector's Editions. Now, I'm a little late with this one because I've been really sick for the past few days, and because GameStop is stupid and they don't send out their collector's editions until after the game is already released. But I'm going to go ahead and hop right into this, and you guys already know what it is from the title, so it's not really like a surprise or anything like that. But it is the Deamon Ex Machina Titanic Scion edition for the Switch 2. Now, the reason why I got this game for the Switch 2 is because my PlayStation is my primary mode of gameplay while I'm at home. It's what I play 90% of the time when I'm sitting at home, and I don't really have any games for my Switch 2 yet, and I figured that this would be a perfect addition to my library while I'm, gaming on the go. So let's go ahead and hop right into this. Tear off this outer layer right here. Now, this isn't like a collector's edition. This is just like a fancy deluxe edition. But it does come in a big, cool, thick box. And I'll give you guys like a full... It's got all the stuff on the back. I do like the artwork that's on the front of the box. I think the deep reds and the deep blacks look pretty cool. Oh, it's not packaged up very well though. Everything is just kind of loose, all willy-nilly in here. Yeah. Nah. So let's go ahead. I'm just going to take everything out of the box instead of just sitting here trying to hold the box, because there's not a lot of stuff in here. And then we'll start from the bottom down. So we get an art book, which I love when collectors and deluxe editions do this, because to me this opens up the lore of the world of the game that you're playing, making it much easier to kind of immerse yourself in, you know what I mean, giving you all the finer details of things. I remember as a kid and seeing this for the first time in things like the Star Wars universe, when Star Wars books and stuff started coming out. Like blueprints of the ships and all that stuff. And of course, we have the Deamon Ex Machina Titanic Scion game, which, if I remember correctly, no, this is just a key card. This is just a key card. We'll do this right here. I'll just use a handy dandy thumbtack. That's how we used to open CDs and stuff back in the day. For those of you that don't know what a CD is, you're making me feel old. They were like records for my generation. Bro, what is this? Yeah, I'm starting to get mighty frustrated with GameStop corporate. They've been doing a lot of shady stuff lately, and I'm getting kind of over it. Oh, wow. I have yet to see this. A Switch 2 game actually came with a little tiny booklet. How cute! Look at that. This is how games used to come, actually. Games used to come with a little book that told you everything. It was like a little tutorial book. It told you how to do moves and stuff like that. And it had pictures and images of certain weapons. That's cool. I haven't seen that in a long time. Okay, so the next thing is acrylic stand. What is this? So it looks to be like some sort of... Oh, okay, I know what this is. Supposed to go this way. There we go. There we go. And it just pops in. That's pretty cool. It's a cool little design. Bam. We'll set that right over here. I'll set that up with my Switch 2 stuff right there. Let's get this stuff put back in the box because I'm going to put that up immediately. That artwork looks really cool. Okay, and then, wow, the Deamon X Machina Titanic Scion CD. That's weird that we were just talking, or I was just talking about CDs, and they actually give you the OST on disc. That's cool. We're really going retro with this. Okay, fabric patch. Don't rip. I don't want you to rip. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. So these are cool. Little patches from, I guess, the different factions and stuff that are in the game. I don't typically put stuff like that on. I'm not like a big patch guy. I like the buttons more because I have a National Metal Day handkerchief that I got from a concert a long time ago, and I always put my buttons on that. So I'm a big button guy. And then this is a flight tag. More patches. Oh no, they're keychains. This is actually freaking cool. They are flight tag keychains. Bam. That's actually wicked cool. Huh. All right, so since this is a deluxe edition and not really like a collector's edition, I'm going to try to grade it as such. And I wonder if it'll go better like this. Maybe if I do all three. How did it fit in there? I guess I should have looked at that. Maybe they went down like... Oh, yeah, they did go down. No, they didn't. There we go. You just gotta get them kind of flat when they go in. All right. Okay. I wish there was like a steel book or something that came with it, but For a deluxe edition, I'd probably have to give this a 7 out of 10. I do like the art book. I do like the nostalgia of opening up the game case and there being like a booklet and stuff like that. Because that's a callback to gaming when I was a kid. You know what I mean? With the old, like the Nintendo and the Master System and the Super Nintendo and the Genesis games, when you bought them and you opened up the case, they would have a booklet and the game. And the booklet usually had, basic tutorials and stuff for the game. And, some of them would have like little tips and tricks that you could use in them. And I miss those days. I really do, because to me, that's back when gaming was, it was just that. It was gaming, and it wasn't this weird, like, money-grubbing culture type thing. I haven't gotten too far into the game yet. I did play the demo on PS5, and it wasn't too bad. But I'm also not a huge fan of this style of gameplay. Not that I dislike it or anything, but I haven't played too many games in this style. So this is all still kind of new to me. And I'm getting used to this style of gameplay. So, yeah, I didn't mind it, though. And I've been having a little bit of fun with it. We'll get it downloaded on the Switch 2 here, and we'll start hopping into that probably in the next couple of weeks or so. We've got a lot of stuff lined up. But, if you're, from what I've seen of the demo, if you're a fan of mech games or like Gundam games and stuff like that, I feel like you would probably really like it. Or like the hardcore anime games, you're probably really going to like it. Like a lot of the Atlas stuff, Metaphor, Persona, things like that. I feel like you would like this game right here. As far as the collector's edition or this deluxe edition, games are getting a little more expensive. But this was only not only $100. It was $100, which is still kind of a shock, because, I remember it was just only like 10 years ago. A collector's edition itself was like $125 to $150, and that came with, all the little bells and whistles and everything. And to have to pay $100 for just a couple of keychains and some patches, unless you're like a die-hard fan, I would probably pass on it and just go with the base game, because you're not really getting too much. I mean, this little stand thing is cool, but you know what I mean? It's just a little acrylic stand. Like, I would give it a couple months, and you'll probably be able to find one on Mercari for like $20 if you really want one. I'll give you guys one more look at this, because I think this is probably the coolest part about this, is this guy right here. It's kind of like 3D. You can see it, like each separate part of the image is a whole new layer, which, like I said, I think it's pretty cool. And it looks like maybe it will, if you put like a small light right behind the flames, it looks like it might change the art style of it a little bit. But like I said, you're doing too much for a little acrylic stand. But other than that, yeah, for this right here, probably like a 6.5 to a 7 out of 10. And that's just because I know I'm having to adjust for inflation and all that for the price, because that's still a big shock to me. The base game, I think, is like $80. So that's why I'm giving it, a 6.5 to 7, because, for just $20 more, you get the stand, this big old thick box with the cool artwork on the front, the flight tags, the patches, the OST, and the art book. But man, this is a long fall from classic collector's editions that come with statues and stuff like that. So there we go. That's my unboxing and review of the Deamon X Machina Titanic Scion for the Nintendo Switch 2. And I'm sorry if I'm still getting over the sickness, so my brain is still a little foggy. But if you could give the video a thumbs up, a like, a share, and a subscribe, it'd be greatly appreciated. I'm a normal guy, just like you guys. I'm not all fluffed up with free games and game keys and all that. What I tell you is my honest opinion. And if something is crap or if something is good, I will tell you without a biased opinion. So other than that, I hope you guys got some useful information out of this. If you didn't, I appreciate you for at least sticking it out and giving it a shot. And until next time, I hope you guys have a happy, safe, and wonderful day, and I will catch you guys later.